I want to say thank you so much, you and Darryl, for doing what you do. I find your expressions so funny, and
all right.
I love the way you do, and you're hilarious. And
we think many of you are quite hilarious too. In fact, since you bring it up, I will now let you in on a little preview of something to come in your year of 2015.
All right.
In one of our transmissions, we will bring in a young being from our society who has absolutely no idea what your society is like. And you're going to get the opportunity to explain some concepts to him. And let's see how that goes. It'll be a lot of fun, I guarantee.
In a transmission like this?
In a transmission like this, we will facilitate the training that he has had sufficiently to communicate with you, but understand that when we as first contact specialists contact a civilization, we have already had at least one incarnation in that civilization so that we understand the civilization. So we have a frame of reference so that we're not too alien. But this being, while being trained as a first contact specialist, does not yet have an incarnation in your civilization, and therefore you're going to really get to see the difference in the concepts you think are very obvious as compared to what one of our natural people actually perceives you to be.
Is this going to be like a little alien baby, or like through a channel?
It's not a baby, it's a young being on our planet.
In physical form?
A physical being, but will channel through, just as I am channeling through right now.
Okay.
And you will get a chance to speak with him, and he will get a chance to speak with you. But we are going to find this exchange quite amusing.
Awesome. Is that going to be through Darryl or another channel?
Yes.
Cool. Okay.
Through this channel.
Okay. Cool.
It'll be announced. Don't worry. Now, would you like to continue?
Yes. When okay, so follow your excitement. I love the concept.
Follow your excitement to the best of your ability with zero insistence on the outcome. Many of you forget that third part quite conveniently. That's the whole formula. That's the formula that opens excitement up as the complete kit.
No resistance.
All right?
What if you feel like you have to do something?
Such as, for example?
Okay, I guess I'll use my life specific.
Well, thank you. That would probably be best. Since that's the life you're living.
Yeah. So this one guy, right? So with my life, if let's say I'm having trouble figuring out exactly, I find many things excite me, but I don't...
That's all right. There can be many different expressions of your excitement. That's all right. That's why you just need to follow the thread. The thread of what excites you at any given moment that you have the greatest ability to take action on is the thing to do at that moment, knowing that it's all connected and would lead you to any other expression of your excitement that needs to be expressed in your life.
But
so it's all right.
But then I find it so easy to get off that thread. And then I get...
Why? Off what thread? If you're following the thread, how can you be off it?
Because let's say I'm with a group of people or family or something, and I feel like maybe I really want to do that. And
do what?
Do something totally different, like run off, I gotta go do that. And
all right,
and
that's
I don't want
fine.
to. But then I feel that pressure.
If it is actually truly representative of your excitement, then that's the thing to do. However, we also remind you that many people on your planet confuse anxiety with excitement. And that's why we initially said in the other conversation, you have to first be honest about whether or not what you say you're actually excited about is actually a definition of excitement, because it may not be. You may be in denial about things and wanting to go this way and go that way because there's something else you don't want to look at within yourself, and then calling it excitement so you have an excuse to go do something else and not pay attention to what you really need to process. You have to decide whether that's what's happening or whether it is truly representative of your highest excitement. And also ask yourself, Why, if you have a real definition of excitement, a true definition of excitement, which, by the way, in the complete kit is also the organizing principle of your life. Remember that? As one of the tools in the kit. So if that is one of the tools in the kit, the organizing principle that allows synchronicity to bring you what you need exactly when you need it, in the order you need it, why would you create a definition of excitement that piled those things on top of each other so quickly that you couldn't finish one or two of them? That may not be a definition of excitement if you don't actually have time to enjoy what it is you're excited about. So pay attention to the fact that you may be creating a definition that is not actually purely a definition of excitement, with certain assumptions that you have to go hither, thither, and yon in order to be expressing excitement and running around with your hair on fire, which isn't always necessarily an indication of excitement.
So the best solution to that is just be as present as you can be.
Be as present as you can, because remember, there are many expressions of excitement, and sometimes even being in a balanced state of meditative peace can be a complete expression of excitement. So there's no rush. Are you in a hurry to get somewhere?
No, but I feel like I easily get frustrated myself.
I understand, but that's the clue right there. When you say, I feel I easily get frustrated, it's because you have a definition that creates the feeling of frustration. If you understand that all feelings exist only because of something you believe to be true first. You can't have an emotional response to something that you don't believe in. So if you have a certain emotional response, that's an indication, that's your first clue, that that response has to be intimately connected with a definition that is generating that response. So if that's the case, you take a moment, you take a breath, you take a pause, and you allow yourself to ask the questions from one direction or another. A, what would I have to believe is true about myself in this situation in order to feel the way I do? That's one way to ask the question. Another way to ask the question, because we understand that many of the definitions you may be holding on to might be fear-based, is to actually use the fear to your advantage and ask the question from the reverse angle, which is, if I really allowed myself to be who I truly prefer to be, what am I most terrified will actually happen? One way or another, when you ask the question from one direction or another, if you're willing to hear the answer, then in some way, shape, or form, the answer will be presented to you, whether in your life when you're awake, when you're dreaming, synchronicity, one way or another, the answer will come if you're willing to hear the answer. All right?
Yes.
So anytime you have a feeling that you feel uncomfortable with, stop and ask the question, what would I have to believe is true about myself in order to feel this way in this circumstance? And then listen. You'll get the answer if you're willing to hear it. But the only thing that would keep you from being willing to hear the answer is if you have another belief that says, if you find out that answer, it's going to be horrible, and you're going to find out that your worst nightmare is actually going to come true. This is what we'll be talking about tomorrow night, about one of the tricks of negative beliefs. As we said in a session called Angels and Demons, negative beliefs are the father of lies. You understand? That's that biblical phrase, and that's actually what the biblical phrase means. It's referring to the idea of the negative beliefs that have the sole duty and the structure of convincing you that there is no other possible belief. So they will say anything to get you to stay in that state, because that's their job. That's what they're designed to do. You have to know differently. And that's what we'll be discussing tomorrow night of your time. How to do that. Yeah. All right?
Thank you so much.
Does this help you?
Very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Can I ask one more question?
That was a question.
You got me.
So I guess you have the ability to do so.
You got it. True. When it comes to...
I know it's true. That's why I said it.
Yeah. When it comes to prayer,
yes.
From what I understand and what I've gathered to understand is that it's about faith in it, of believing it already exists. So it's about receiving.
It's about knowing
it
it exists. It's about knowing it's already here. And it's about being in a state of gratitude that it already exists. You have to pray as if it's already a done deal. Not for something you want, because then that keeps it out there in the wanting state. But if you know it's already a done deal, then you know that it will manifest at exactly the perfect moment, not a second before the perfect moment when it serves you best, but not a second later than the perfect moment. So once you are in that state of gratitude for what you already have that may simply be invisible to you at the moment, just go on about your life and let it manifest when it serves you best. All right?
All right. Thank you so much, Bashar.
Thank you. The idea behind this is that it is a 7-day permission slip, ideally as it is designed to be done for 7 weeks. At the end of that 7 weeks doing this every day with each new approach for each day, Monday through Sunday, you will begin to experience changes in your frequency, changes in your vibration as you go along, so that by the end of the 7 times 7, the 49 days, you will experience yourself having different thoughts in different ways, seeing different perspectives you may not have seen before, feeling vibrations, sensing things you didn't sense before, perceiving things that might have been heretofore invisible to you about yourself, and recognizing more strongly that you truly are, at the end of this permission slip, a different person than was there at the beginning. This is what it's for. To help you shift very smoothly in this way through a transformation, through an awakening, through an opening of yourself, so that you can experience as a process the actual daily shifting of your energy and the actual different reflections that will result from the shifts that you are making in that energy, in your consciousness. So let us begin. Monday. Read Monday, and as you read the first line, then read the 3 things that go along with Monday, and as you read each one at a time of the 3, I will demonstrate exactly how the instructions are going.
Okay. Monday is air. 1 deep breath in and before each statement.
And so it is the first statement.
I am a child of creation.
I am a child of creation.
I am unique.
I am unique.
I am worthy.
I am worthy. This is done, as most of them are done, actually looking at yourself in the mirror. Look right into your eyes when you do this. Do not waver. Understand you are making a connection to another aspect, another reflection of your inner being when you do this. So that as you take the breath and make each statement and take the breath and make the statement, take the breath, make the statement, you are looking into your eyes as best as you can during the entire statement. The reason that it also is arranged in this order, air, water, food, etc., is because it is arranged in the order of the things you cannot live without, starting from the one that would be most difficult to live without, because you can't hold your breath that long. Water, you can live without food for a while, but water comes first, and then food, etc. They are arranged in the order in which you actually need them for survival. So next
Is water.
Tuesday.
On Tuesday.
Read it as it is written.
1 sip of water before each statement.
So you have your little water glass on Tuesday, and you look in the mirror, right into your eyes, swallow.
I am happy.
I am happy.
I am grateful.
I am grateful.
I am refreshed.
I am refreshed. Then you go on about your day. You are doing this in the morning. You are doing this before you go to bed every single day. Wednesday.
Food. 1 small bite and swallow before each statement.
So you don't choke. So have something small that you enjoy, doesn't matter what it is, something you really enjoy that's not too much, and you take a bite and you chew and really relish it, even if it's not actually relish, and swallow and say, while looking in your eyes in the mirror,
I am abundant.
I am abundant.
I am nurtured.
I am nurtured.
I am fulfilled.
I am fulfilled. And the next day?
Thursday, love and encouragement.
Love and encouragement.
1 hug with each statement.
And so you begin in the mirror like this to yourself and say,
I am supported.
I am supported. Switch and say,
I am guided.
I am guided. Switch and say,
I am loved.
I am loved. Go on about your day or go to bed, whichever one it is, morning or evening. And the next day,
On Friday, freedom.
freedom.
1 spin, arms outstretched for each statement.
This you can do. Arms outstretched and 1 revolution around.
I think I better get on a lower level here. Okay.
All right. And then
I
with
have to
each
do it again.
spin,
I am awake.
I am awake. Spin around, arms outstretched.
I am powerful.
I am powerful. Spin around, arms outstretched. Maybe. And that's all right, too. Because this is all about altered states. So dizzy is good.
I am free.
I am free. And Saturday?
Saturday is passion.
Passion. And
Say your favorite word.
find a favorite word and look in the mirror and say it 3 times. And?
Do you want me to say the word? Or
No,
you-
no,
Okay.
continue.
All right. And then the
Because
second.
the word is going to be different for everyone.
Everybody, right.
And
The next is hear your favorite sound.
so have something that generates a sound that you love and listen to it for 3 seconds.
And then finally, see your favorite image.
You can have a picture posted on the mirror or you can see it in your mind, but again, allow yourself to see it and just see it internally or see it externally again for 3 seconds.
And finally, on Sunday,
Yes.
dream and connect.
Dream and connect. You understand that they have already on your planet done studies to show that you can dream and get very little sleep, and you will be tired, but you will be all right. But you can get all the sleep in the world, and if you don't dream, you will go psychotic very quickly. Because you are making a connection back to the higher mind, back to your natural state, and you are re-energizing, reconnecting, restabilizing the idea of your physical persona, because your physical persona is just a projection, is just a dream, is just an illusion, and without that reconnection, there really isn't much there, because it's just smoke and mirrors. And so,
say each line with your eyes closed. The first one is, I am rested.
I am rested. Say that 3 times. And next,
I am connected.
I am connected. Say that 3 times. And finally,
my life is a dream come true.
my life is a dream come true. My life is a dream come true. My life is a dream come true. And then again, you go on about your day or you go to sleep, whichever it is, morning or evening. Is there anything else on the paper for you to read?
No.
All right, and that's the part that's also very important. That which is not written. And it is this. You may sit if you wish. And thank you for your assistance. Give her a hand. All right. No, I just said one hand. And so the part that is not written is this. As you go through this down the list with each statement every day, pay close attention to anything that you may say that suddenly brings up any kind of a feeling within you, and pay attention to that feeling to see if the feeling is representative of either a positive or a negative definition within you, you may not realize is there. These can be read or seen or viewed in a sense like what you typically call affirmations. And affirmations are fine as permission slips, but understand that if you are saying, I am powerful, but while you're saying it deep down in your unconscious mind, you don't believe it, then saying it will actually feel odd to you if you're paying attention to your emotions, to your energy. And if it does, if there's even a minor bit of resistance in there, that is telling you that there is something there that needs to be discovered, needs to be explored, needs to be identified and brought to the surface consciously so that you can let go of what doesn't belong within you, what is not aligned with your true core being. So this is not just a series of nice sayings, it's not just a series of affirmations. It is a test of truth, your own truth within yourself about how deeply you know each of these things to be true or not true about you. They are all true, but you may have definitions and beliefs that in some way, shape, or form are whispering in your ear saying, I'm not sure if this is really true about me. And if that comes up even one speck, pay attention to it, work with it, find that definition, identify it, and when you do, let it go, for it does not serve you. Use it this way every day of the week for 7 weeks, longer if you wish, shorter if you wish. It's up to you to make the adjustments according to your imagination and attraction. But we will strongly encourage you to do it for the 49 days, because we guarantee that when you do, if you use it in the way we have just described, not only the written but the unwritten portion as well, you will not be the same. And you will know more and more clearly who you truly are, or at the very least, who you truly prefer to be. And you will know a lot more about those definitions that exist within your personality structure. And it will all come down to the two words, the two very powerful words that have been in your society forever as the true secret of empowerment. Know thyself. This is a permission slip and an exercise that is an X-ray on your consciousness and will, again, if you're paying attention, allow you to very deeply investigate and reveal who you are. And that's why you are looking in the mirror, because every day you do this, you're going to recognize the next day and the next day and the next week and the next week that the person you've been looking at the end is not the same person who was there at the beginning, literally. So have fun. Now, as has been said, there is some degree of continuation of this idea tomorrow night of your time with the idea we have called the black box, where we will be investigating and exploring the tools and the tricks that negative belief uses to trick you into holding yourself back from being who you are. So this can aid and assist you in moving through those tricks in a variety of ways, as well as the other neutralizers we will share with you tomorrow night of your time. You can use these together very powerfully to extract yourself from the tools and tricks of negative beliefs and see them for the smoke and the mirrors that they truly are. And we will make one more announcement. And that is that in our transmission on Sunday of your time, which has been called 2015 to 2016, the years of expansion and contraction, during what you typically call the holotope meditation, we are going to do something very different we have never done before. Don't miss it. Or miss it, it's up to you. But we are going to do something that is very different, that serves a very powerful purpose. And of course, because this is what you call the Christmas season, we will tell you that we will give you that present, but we will not tell you what it is yet. Until it is time to unwrap it in the Sunday transmission.